Brodie's computer support. Today we'll be continuing on doing the packet tracer labs. So I've jumped ahead and we're not doing ones where it just wants you to examine the ARP table or CAM table. You can do them on your own as they have instructions on what to do. I'll just be doing the labs where it involves the command line interface. So we're up to packet tracer 6.4.1.3, which is configure initial router settings. So I'll just enlarge this. You can pause it at any time just to get an idea. Okay, so this one we need 80 points to pass. Drag this onto my other monitor. Alright, so before we start, a lot of the commands for like your general security are the same. So you won't be too overwhelmed just yet. When we do move on to setting, I think we set static routes and stuff in this Ccna one. That's when it gets a little bit more complicated, but it's still, it's not going to make your head explode. Okay. So what does it want us to do? Verify the default router configuration. Step 1, establish a console connection to ARM1. So we click the lightning bolt. I want the blue console cable. Computer to router on the console port. Then we click the computer, desktop, terminal. Okay. So here we go. Right now we're in the router command line interface. Click terminal. Alright, that's step 1, done. Step 2, enter privilege mode and examine the current configuration. You can access all the router commands from the privilege exec mode. However, because many of the privilege commands configure operating parameters, privilege access should be password protected to prevent unauthorized use. So that's the same with the switches. So if you can remember on this screen, if you typed enable, which goes to privilege exec mode, we can go straight there. But if we add the password like we did on the switches, then you would obviously need to enter the password. So enter privilege exec mode by entering enable command, which we've done. You can tell by that there. And then notice that the prompt change in the configuration to reflect privilege exec mode, which I just showed you. Enter show running config. Okay, so show run, which is for short. What's it want us to do? So just simple questions. Let me just get all these. Okay, so we'll scroll back up. Now it says answer the following question: what is the router's host name? Well, as you can see, the host name's router. Right there, host name, router. Alright. How many fast Ethernet interfaces does the router have? We scroll down. So here's your fast Ethernet. We'll keep going down. Has 1, 2, 3, 4. Has 4. How many gigabit Ethernet does it have? Scroll back up. Has 2. Serial interfaces has 2 there, and these are the gigabits if you didn't see it. And the range of values on the VTY lines, so we go 0 to 4. Okay, now it wants me to show the display the current contents of the NVRAM. Alright, so we go show startup config. There's nothing present. That's because we haven't saved anything to it yet. Okay, now part 2, configure and verify initial router configuration. To configure parameters on a router, you may be required to move between various configuration modes. Notice how the prompt changes as you navigate through the router. Step 1, configure initial settings on ARM1. Note, if you have difficulty remembering the commands, refer to the content for this topic. So log on to your netacad URL and go to the topic for this subject. Okay. The commands are the same as configured on a switch, as I was saying before. So we want R1 as the host name. So remember, we need to go to global config, so conf t, hostname, R1. And there you go. Now, the console, use the following passwords. Console, let me in for the password. So line, console 0, password, let me in, log in so it prompts it, and exit. That's done. Privilege exec. We want an unencrypted password for Cisco, so enable password Cisco, and then it wants a encrypted one. Enable secret. It's a secret. Okay, that's done. Now, since the unencrypted one will show in plain text in the showing and running configuration, we need to make sure that everything shows up encrypted. Okay, so service password encryption done. Message of the day text, so banner message of the day. I'm just going to copy paste this bit like so. That's done. Verify the initial settings in R1. That's for step 2. Verify the initial settings by viewing the configuration of R1. What command do you use? So show run. So exit, show run. So what we got? The host name set. That's correct. There's the password, which is that Cisco, but it's showing up, it's encrypted, and the secret encryption one as well, which is that it's a secret. And then scroll down, line console, that's the password set there. It didn't want me to do the VTOI lines. Alright, now it wants me to exit. Alright, now it's asking for a password, so Cisco, oh, let me in, there we go, and then enable Cisco, oops, it's a secret, there you go. Verify the initial settings, that's right, so we've done all that. Save the running configuration file, so copy from start, show start, now that command will work because we've saved it. So that's it for this lab, very simple to do. Sorry I took a bit longer to get some more videos up, it's been a bit busy, but I will continue, and as you can see we've got the completion 80 out of 80. So if you like this video, can you please give it a thumbs up, and to help support the channel, click subscribe. Thank you for watching.